welcome again to our show. My name is Sheldon Patesic, the District 6 Commander, and I'm here with my co-host, Dominic. Can you introduce yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Dominic Giuliano, your State Adjutant and Quartermaster, VFW, Department of Connecticut. And we have our special guest.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Williams. I am Post 3336 Quartermaster, and I am here to talk about Patriot Pen and VOD.
Yep. And on Zoom, we have Bella, who is our Connecticut VFW admin.
Administrative Assistant.
Administrative Assistant.
To the State Adjutant.
And, you know, commanders come and go, but she's always there, and she knows exactly what's going on with everything in that office. And she's one of those unsung heroes that's knows everything and knows how to run the place. So thank you, Bella, for everything that you do, and I'll let you start off.
Thank you. So today I'm here to talk to, in regards to bonds and who needs to be bonded. All posts, all districts need to be bonded. Due date is this either August 31st. Everybody needs to submit their questionnaires. Now, there are 2 questionnaires that were sent out and that are also on the Connecticut website. Mm-hmm. The first one is for accountable officers. Now, this questionnaire is for the quartermasters, the commanders, senior vice commanders, junior vice commanders, and this is for those who handle any type of monies and cash within the post or the district. The second questionnaire is the club employee or bingo person. Now, this questionnaire is for your bar manager, your bingo chairperson, bartenders, waiters, anyone that handles cash again. Now, the difference between the 2 is that the club employee bond has to be filled out and signed by the individual person that is being bonded. So it's important that these forms are filled out correctly for the right. I'm receiving both forms for quartermaster when I just need the accountability one. Now, if you answer yes, that there has been criminal loss, theft, there is another form that needs to be filled out, and that you would have to reach out to me so that we can get you the correct form to fill out. Now, again, it is very important that you fill out the correct ones for who needs the bonds. I'm also finding that people are sending in payment with no questionnaire. Now, the important thing to remember is that these questionnaires do go to our insurance company. So they have to be accurate and filled out correctly and signed by the appropriate people. So do not just submit a payment when we actually really need those forms. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or Dominic. Now, the other thing too is that you can also submit it in through the POS system, which is through our dashboard or through the Connecticut website. Other documents that can come through there as well is the trustee reports, the POPI order forms, and again, all of this is in the website. Now, you could find it on the Connecticut CT website, and you can also, what you would do, you go to the admin tab, department information, and then there's number 3, which are forms. All the forms that can be filled out and sent in via the POS system are all on that all on our website. If you have any questions in regards to any of this, feel free to contact us here at headquarters in Rocky Hill. And that's all I've got.
What about Buddy Poppies?
Buddy Poppies, they can be filled out. You can find them on the website as well, under admin, department info, under forms. They need to be filled out. The one key important thing to remember is that we do need a member number in order to order them. So you got to make sure that your member number is on that form and where you want them sent.
Can you take us through the process? Can you take us through the process of like the moment that they fill out the form to like invoicing and stuff like that?
So once we receive the forms via POS, or sometimes we even get them through snail mail, through the mail, we receive the orders, I place the orders, and then once the order is placed, an invoice will be sent out to the post quartermaster or whoever has ordered the poppies. Now, you do not get credit for them until we receive payment. Once we receive payment, then you will receive your credit with the national website.
Hey, Bella, when did those questionnaires go out?
The questionnaires, I believe they went out after the convention. So probably early July.
Okay. I guess I have to look for mine. I don't remember seeing a
Well,
questionnaire.
it would have went to the post quartermaster.
Oh, so how about the districts?
District, yeah.
District quartermaster.
Yeah, it went right to the quartermasters.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions on that, it's also, Dominic has put it on the website as well. So under the forms, you'll see that 2025, 2026 bond countable officers and club managers are also on there.
Okay.
Hey, Bella, just out of curiosity, how long have you been in that position?
2 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
2 years.
Well, again, you have any more questions?
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
I have a question. So once the due date, which is at the end of the month, I believe the 31st of August, what is the process once that gets submitted? Does the quartermaster of the command get notified? Is that by email, by mail? What happens after that?
So once we receive payment for the bond, once I submit the bond questionnaires to the insurance company, we have certificates that go out to the quartermasters. In fact, I have 5 ready to go this week. So I mail them out, snail mail, because you get the actual physical certificate.
All right. So you process them as they come in, but they have to be in by
I
at least
do.
the 31st.
So my process is I get them in, I process them as soon as I get them. And I send the bundle out to the insurance company at the end of the week of each week. And so usually I send out, once I make sure that everything's lined up on Friday, when I go to send out to the insurance company, I send out to the post as well, the actual certificates.
I'll be looking for mine.
Hey, Bella, what is one thing that you do that a lot of the posts aren't doing and making your job harder, or you would like to see them do to make things flow a little better? Is there anything particular that you
Well,
see?
I mean, with the bonds, we are on a time crunch. They need to be submitted in by the end of the month. And in past 2 years that I've been here, the past 2 years that I've done these bonds, we're going into October and November because posts are not getting them in on time. And it's bylaws, by our bylaws, section 703, we need to submit this in. We have to be bonded as of September 1st. That's why there's a deadline of the 31st of August. So that's, having last minute and trying to get it all in at once, we put it out 2 months in advance so that everyone has the time to do it. And it really doesn't take long to fill out the paperwork and to fill it out correctly. I mean, I had to send out 2 via email today because they were filled out incorrectly, so I had to fill it out. But that takes time out of my day that I can be using to do other things as well. One other thing that people are taking pictures of the documents, like the trustee report, even the bond questionnaires, and they send it in through the POS, or they email it. And the problem is that it's gray when I go to print it out, so it makes it harder to read. And then I have to scan it again and send it to the insurance company, and they're having a hard time reading it. So that's kind of a difficult situation. Just, if there's a time that you need due dates by, you need to get it in by, it would be, instead of, pushing and trying to get everything done because, it's not in on time or whatever, that kind of hinders my job. Because I have other things that I have to do as well that, sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to put that aside to get this done because it's behind schedule.
You guys are good?
Bella, is that the only trends that you see from the field? You see,
As far
as everything else that you're seeing coming across your desk? Is there anything else?
Off the top of my head, that's all I can think of right now. I wasn't expecting to do this today, so yeah, I mean, there are things that, you and I have discussed that, we can go down the line and in the future kind of, talk to each post or have me come in on some trainings and stuff like that. But this was the important one to get in now before the deadline. Oh, there's one more thing that I wanted to say about the bonds that I totally forgot about. If throughout the year your bond needs to increase, there's a specific form that needs to be filled out. So just reach out to me for that. We can increase our bond amount after the initial starting point of September, but there would be an additional fee through the insurance company that we would have to pay, and which has been done even last year.
All right. There's times where, like, I'll give you an example, Sheldon.
Okay.
There's times where, like, and this is one thing that I've noticed throughout the course of the year last year, right? So what happened was, and you're a newly minted quartermaster too, so you probably, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but a lot of times a lot of these posts will get grants, and these grants are pretty a lot of money, and it does come down to the time where your post gets a grant or something like that, you need to let us know because we're going to have to rebond you and file for the increase. So this way you're covered. Now this is what happens. It's two ways we find out. One, by phone or an email or something like that, some form of communication. And the other thing that usually we find out is, when we're going around doing the inspections and they say the bond amount was this, and then your bank account says this, and it's significantly more than you have down as a bond, and that's what ends up happening. So we have to file for an increase in the bond, and so this way we can make sure you're in compliance with the national bylaws.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, that's great information for everybody to use. Guys, have any more questions for Bella?
No.
Good.
Good.
Okay, want to say goodbye to Bella? Bella, thank you.
Bella. Bye-bye, Bella.
Bye, Bella.
Bella, thank you so much. A lot of great information. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for always being there.
No worries. I'm always here if you guys need me. Reach out. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thanks,
day.
Bella.
You too, bye. Okay, now we're going to move on to Jennifer to
Yes.
talk about VOD Patriots Pen. It's coming up. Even though the schools are out, come September 1st, everybody should be contacting their schools, letting them know that we have scholarships for these kids. Go on Facebook, let the parents know, because these kids really don't care. They don't care about scholarships because they know parents, daddy or mommy's going to pay for everything, So they're not putting in for these scholarships like they should be, So you got to let the parents know. Go on Facebook and find other ways to get the word out to the parents directly.
Sure.
And Jennifer, it's all yours.
Yeah, that's one thing that I'd like to stress is a lot of posts need to get involved with their local school districts and systems so that they're out there passing the word out, letting people know that there's this VFW scholarship opportunity for students to have. And there's two different scholarship opportunities. We have the Patriot Pen, which is a scholarship opportunity for kids in grades 6 through 8. And it's a 300 to 400 word essay written It is available to homeschool children, parochial, private, and public school students, and also the military members, U.S. military members, and civilians who are overseas. They are eligible for either Patriot Pen and VOD. The Patriot Pen has consists of three judging criteria: knowledge of the theme, theme development, and clarity of ideas. First place state winner typically is a $500 scholarship, and then first place national is $5,000. The Voice of Democracy is slightly different. This is for students 9 through 12. This is an audio essay that the VFW has been awarding since 1947. This also is based on 3 different judging criteria. There's the originality, content, and delivery. And they have to record it on probably like one of those flash drives. And the audio essay has to be between 3 and 5 minutes. Now, these scholarships have to be submitted to the posts by the 31st of October, which is coming up fairly quickly. And a lot of students should be aware that it's kind of off from the other typical scholarships that most schools usually offer. And then there's 4 tiers to each of them. The entry level is at the post, and all of the applicants are judged, and then the top move up to district level, and those districts levels get judged, and then that moves up to state. State gets judged, and then it moves up to national. So those are the 4 tiers. And I got Forrest in the control room, so we're going to walk through the process on how you go through to find the application forms. So if we can go to the VFW.org website. So under this site, you would go to Community, Youth and Education, Youth and Education. Once you click on that, it should bring up the web page, and then you would click on Youth Scholarships. And this takes you to the web page. It basically describes all the content that I just discussed about each of the different scholarships. Within the web page, there is links to the actual entry forms that the students will need to fill out if they're submitting their applications to the post directly. So this is what the Patriot Pen entry form looks like. And it's very important to have all of the information on the back of it filled out, because this information is going to be used for another system that I'm going to highlight as well. The same form for VOD, just a different scholarship. So to get to the app that the VFW has determined to use is called Scholars app. But we're going to go to the VFW Connecticut state site, and I'll walk you through how you can access the scholarship app site through here. If we can get onto it.
That was a good shot.
Okay, great. So under the state site, go to admin, and then the Scholars app link is right there. It'll take you directly to the site. So this is the site that all the posts and districts should be utilizing to process the scholarship to run through the scholarship process. So Forrest is logged into the scholarship app, so there's a couple things I want to highlight on here that I think is very important for posts and districts to understand and how to use. We're going to go to the sub-organizations menu option first. So this option here will show you your district and all of the posts under the district. Now, it looks like Forrest might have a slightly different view here, but I can see all of the posts. Maybe that's because I'm the district.
You're a state administrator.
Yeah, so I can see more than what he can. But this is where you would see that. And you can click on that link that he's hovering over, which is to view a flyer. And this is a convenient way for you to like print your flyer that's specific to your post. It has a QR code. So if you hang up this flyer around and say the schools, because you know a lot of kids now are technically savvy and they want to just use their phone for everything, they can actually put their camera up to the QR code or type in the link that's below the QR code, and it will take them directly to the scholarship app, directly to the posts scholarship. So like for you, Sheldon, it would be different for your post, and for Dominic's post, it would be different. And then it helps the student apply directly to your post's scholarships. The next thing I want to go to is the, the help. Yeah, trying to remember, the help center. So when there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of different things that the help center can help you navigate through if you are unclear on what to do in the Scholars app program. And it goes through everything from account management and login, application management, if you want to scroll, judge management, and then how to promote and certify the applicants. So anything and everything is in here. And I'm going to go through 3 of the different things that I think the post should be aware on how to actually navigate in the system. So I'm going to walk through. We're going to go to, I can't read it. What does it say? Scholarships. Yep, go to the scholarship tab on the side. Are you in it, Forrest? I guess he's in it. Are you in it? Okay. So I'm going to talk about how you can actually manually upload. So a lot of students are going to probably hand you their application form and their written essay, specific to like Patriot Pen. So you're going to click on scholarships, and then you're going to find the post that you're working with, and you click on and open it. Then you're going to click on the applicants tab, and then click add applicant. And this is going to bring up just a very intuitive screen where you fill out the student's name, information, email, and then you're going to want to select structured files under the type of manual entry. Just like that. And then just click, once you have it all filled out, it'll allow you to add the applicant, and you add them. And then you can do this for each and every single one. You will have to have a scanned version of the essay so that you can scan it and upload the document. A lot of times these days, people actually write the essays in like a Word document and they already have it digitally, so you can ask them to email it to you, and you can upload that digital version of the application. And you can do this for every single one of your applicants.
Jennifer,
So that's,
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
So will the applicant actually go into Scholars app? Because that's where the barcode, the QA
Yes.
code
The applicant
sends
can
them.
go in there and do it.
So they
They
can go
can.
in there and put all their stuff in.
They can.
And then we can find that.
correct.
Okay.
The caveat to that is if they don't have an account, they have to, when they initially go in to log into the account, they have to create an account.
Oh, okay.
Now, all they have to do, and I'll talk about it later on, we'll get to that part, but there's like just one section that they need to fill out. It asks for all these other sections, but they're only required to do one section. And that's just to get them into the system. And you can actually watch the process of the students' progress of applying. Like they can see if they qualify, if they're in the process of creating their application, if they're in the process of uploading their stuff. And once they're complete, you'll see it. And there's like a little tracker or like a status inside the scholarship app underneath each post. So it's a very helpful tool. The next thing I want to talk about is everybody has to assign judges, right? We've been doing this manually for a while. It's a little cumbersome, but this actually will make your life a lot easier if you use it. So I would stress try to do this. So we're going to go back under to the scholarship section on the left-hand tab, and you're going to click on you click on the scholarship that you're working with, and then you click on the Judges tab. Are you in there? Okay, so and then you're going to click Add a Judge. And then you would just type in your judge's information, first name, last name, their email, and then they ask whether or not this person's tech savvy. So you can say yes or no to that. But typically what happens is you'll add that person, you'll add the judge after, you click the Add Judge, and then the person that you submit will get an email, and then they can log in and start the process. I guess Forrest is going to go through and add like a dummy judge.
I think you can delete them later.
You can add and delete judges. Yeah.
The system's pretty good.
Yeah, and then we'll get to the, it's a little hard to have now where we don't have anything in the system, but when I did it last year, it was great because you could have the judges go in, they grade it, it automatically scores all of the applicants. You immediately know who your top winner is for that, that judging section. So there you can see there's a bunch of judges that Forrest has set up. And then the next section would be to actually assign the judges to like an application. We might not be able to walk completely through this process because we don't have any applicants in here, but you would go to the scholars, we're in that section, you would go and click on the judgment rounds. And that gives you stats on top so you can see where everything is at. And then it shows you the number of applications, shows how many applications have been assigned to judges, and the percentages of completion. So you know if maybe you have 5 judges and you've assigned 5 different essays to them and they've only worked through like 3 of them, you'll see a percentage of how far they're at with the process. What does he circle in there? I don't know, I can't see.
I can't really see it.
Yeah.
He's at the, let me see. It's like a dashboard.
Yeah, and you would go through here and you would be able to like assign the judge to any of your applicants, but because we don't have an applicant, we can't really go through that part. So those are the things I've highlighted. There's obviously a lot more help information in the Help Center. It'll literally walk you through how to do almost anything in the system. And that is about all I have that I wanted to cover for the Patriot Pen, at least for the scholarship app section, because I think a lot of people are still a little unsure on how that system works.
Yep.
So
there's a couple things I'd like to add to it.
yeah.
Okay. Well, one of them was the DC trip. You know, it's customary that they used to do all the Patriots Pen and VOD award winners would go to DC for a trip. There was a last year was the last year for it. There was a resolution on the floor on the convention this year to kind of overturn it because they didn't see the feeling. A lot of people didn't see sending them to Valley Forge. They wanted to give them the DC experience. So that motion and that resolution died, and they're going to Valley Forge. That would be the final destination. They go to Valley Forge, which is an educational place anyway. I mean, there's a lot of history there, but there was also a lot of history in DC as well. So, so the kids will definitely be going to Valley Forge this coming year.
Valley Forge.
Okay. So some of the timelines. Okay, October 31st, they're due. All of them are due to from the Post.
Yep.
Okay, to the district.
Yep.
District got by the end of the month in November. All right. December, that's when we're starting to rack and stack for everybody for the department. Okay. One of the things that I last year that I wanted to bring up: do not call me. Want to know who the winners are? I'm sworn to secrecy, and I'm not going to tell you. All right. I'm saying because it leaks. It's only coming from one mouth. That's it. All right. Okay. That's true.
So then they'll know it's you.
That's right. It's gonna be it's me, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm the one that knows all the winners, and I'm the one that notifies all the winners as well, and whatnot. And then of course we have the VOD Patriots Pen Dinner. That's in January.
Yep.
The Sheridan.
Yep. I was there.
Yep. We're doing it again.
We had a good turnout.
Yes, we
this
did.
year, didn't we?
200 plus.
Yeah. It was
that was
great.
a good one. Also. The VOD Patriots Pen is the VFW's premier programs. Okay, and I want to tie this into why, because we got to talk about the why, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one, and then I've noticed, and what background I come from. Jen and I are very well acquainted, and stuff like that. Okay, we're both Navy Chiefs, stuff like that, and then so one of the things that I was preaching all last year was use the VOD Patriots Pen as a tool to get into your community. You got to do it because think about it, right? You got kids, high school kids, middle school kids.
Middle school, yeah.
So a lot of those parents are veterans. That's a way to get the foot in the door, saying, hey, we got this program, we got the scholarships. Oh, I might be qualified for the VFW. Not that I'm going to use the VOD Patriots Pen as a recruiting tool. But I might say you might want to.
It could start a conversation.
Spark that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially as we're striving to get the younger generation in and take over the ranks of the VFW.
Yeah.
All right. So that's that. So, the program's coming up. They should be. Here's another thing that I extended this coming year. If you're having a problem getting into your high school, I will help you. But I want to know before I go and help you, what all you try to do to get in there and get the program started in your school. If they keep slamming the door in your face, call me. But I want to see the effort there first. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of schools out there, and we all know firsthand that they don't want to take on new stuff, or but it's all on the delivery. Yeah. And there's everybody here will help get you, because at the end of the day, it's a requirement for all Americans.
Yes.
And yes.
And just to put out there, so even if you can't get into the high school, right, and they don't want nothing to do with the VFW, you can still reach these kids, reach the parents, by using the flyer that Jennifer just put out.
That's right.
You print the flyer out, you pass them out, you post them, in your supermarkets, you pass them out, the library, you just pass them out all over town. And you mentioned it, like I said, Facebook and some other ways that your town communicates with each other.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's how you get the word out.
Sure.
Okay? Because I went to my counselors at the high school, and they were pretty helpful. One year I went there, no kids put in for it. And I was talking to the counselor, she goes, and I told the counselor, no one put in for it, but if you get one person that puts in for it, and they can write about Bugs Bunny, they're going to win because no one put in for it.
That's right.
They're going to get at least the local,
Yeah, post level.
And she goes, you know what? And she told me, I have somebody, she's a valedictorian, and I'm sure she'll put in for it. I said, okay. I called back an hour later, and she says she doesn't have time to write up an essay, And I was like, it was an easy win. You know,
Yeah.
don't depend on the kids. Go out there and try to reach like the parents at this point, because that's what we're going to be doing at my town. You know, we're going to be going on Facebook. I'm going to be going in the supermarkets, the library,
Do a
and
blitz.
just reaching the adults,
right.
because these
I think-
kids don't have value of a dollar. They think
Yeah.
parents have all the money in the world to pay for their college.
The adults and the parents are paying attention to those flyers that are hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
can imagine.
And see what's out there. So, and then bring it to the attention of the kids. Like,
Sure,
hey, you know,
sure.
it's a good way for you to maybe possibly get some money to help you with your education. So why not give it a try?
Exactly.
You know, I mean, the national, what they get, like 30 grand or something like that?
Yeah, first place national for VOD gets $35,000. So
a good amount of money.
That's a good amount of money. It is paid directly to the student's school, though.
Is that right?
Yes, I read that in the information. It doesn't get paid to the student; it gets paid to the student's school.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
The student don't get a cut? Okay.
Well, I mean, they do. I mean, they're going to reap the benefits of it.
That's good, but my son would have been just kept the money for himself.
30 grand. I was like, you know what I mean?
Which he had done, so.
Yeah. Understood.
All right,
Yeah.
well, Jennifer, thank you
Yeah.
so much for that.
Sure.
I thought we were going to go on break, but I guess not. So I guess, do you want to go into dashboards?
Yeah.
And talk about control room. I don't know if you want to start off with the Connecticut dashboard. We got Forrest Anderson is on my control.
Normally, he's a cameraman.
He's a cameraman, but he's in the control
Yeah.
booth today.
Yeah, he's in the control booth
Throw him
today.
out of his element.
I know.
So we can get on the Connecticut dashboard, and maybe we'll try the national dashboard after that.
Uh-oh. Forrest.
And we're working on that right now. And while he's looking for that, I'll just put out real quickly a couple things. So everybody, get your audits out. Okay, we got some posts that's still trying to do the audits that should have been done, I think, at the end of June. So we want to get those done, even in my district. You know, so there's 2 or 3 posts that need to get their audits done. Forrest, whenever you get that up, just let me know.
Well, the trustee audits, you know, I gave everybody 30 days after the close of the
The quarter.
the quarter. Yeah, it's fair.
30 days.
Now, do I know you may not meet a certain amount of time? Like, I get it. Okay, I get it. I'm pretty understanding. But when it goes like 60 to 90 days late, or you just don't turn it in for the rest of the year, then I get a little grouchy.
Yeah.
All right. So, and look, at the end of the day, I have to get these documents in, because National could come down and inspect the department, and then they're like, "Oh, where's this? Where's that?" And I've been asking for it for quite a long time. So that's where we're at with that, honestly. I mean, I'm pretty understanding. Like, I get it. Now, if you're going to be late for a trustee report, yo, just email me or text me, email me,
Yeah.
call me. Hey, it's going to be late. This is a situation. I'll have it done by this date.
Yeah.
And usually, Roger that. At least I know.
And everybody can understand, because it's the summertime.
Yeah, I know.
The quartermaster's on vacation or something, you know. But at this point, it's been already 2 months. You know,
Yep. This quartermaster needs a
Could
vacation.
find some time to get that done. But I think our control room has the dashboard up at this point.
Right there.
Yeah, dashboard.
Okay. And
All right, that's 25, 26, right? Okay, so scroll down, Forrest. Okay, so just have everybody understand. If you see the trustee report, it says overdue in red, it's overdue.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's still a lot out there. Okay, I'll go through the important stuff from the left column to the right. Okay, the left column is your bond. The hope, and I have faith in everybody that all the bond dates are going to be before September 1st in that first block, in that first column. Okay, the second one is the articles of incorporation. I went through. I just did an audit, like right throughout the whole department, and all those dates are absolutely correct. I verified every one of them. Okay. The next one after that, I can see because of the yellow color and stuff like that. That one there is proof of insurance. Okay. You know, right there, I don't need your whole insurance policy. The only thing that I need from your insurance policy is the Accord, the Accord file that is a certificate of liability insurance. Okay. Now, if you send that to me, and on the bottom left here, it says certificate holders in the bottom left corner. It needs to say VFW Department of Connecticut, 287 West Street, Building 50, Rocky Hill, Connecticut, 06067. Okay, that's inspectable. So you probably need to know that, for your inspection. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it's already squared away. All right, because that's actually a hit on the inspection. Okay. Not to say I've never taken that hit, but I have, and stuff when I was a post quartermaster. All right. The next line over, the next column over is your bylaws. If it's in purple, that means it's pending. Now it can be pending the post, it can be pending national.
And do me a favor, hold that thought for a second because I think we're going on break.
Okay, that's cool.
There you go. Okay.
All right. 15 minutes left.
It was kind of the storm of the century, or the 500-year flood or storm that, by some estimates, over 15 inches of rain fell over a 3-day period on June 4th, 5th, and 6th, 1982.
What is pickleball? The sport that has captivated millions with its combination of tennis, badminton, and ping pong can be played 1-on-1 or 2-on-2.
Hi, thanks for joining me. This is September Selectmen's Update.
Hello everyone, Carl Fortuna here again with another monthly update.
Good morning everyone. Today's the Town Council regular meeting, Wednesday, October 4th, 2023 at 8 a.m., Town Hall Green Room.
Tom and Rick had a part of that.
Hey, welcome back, and we're gonna start off where we left off with Dominic talking about the dashboards.
Dashboards.
Perfect. Back to the dashboard. Okay, so right there where it says purple, see how what's purple?
Yep.
Okay, it says pending. That right there is a communication piece that I have your bylaws, and if you say in like parentheses an N next to it, that means they're sitting at national. If you see a P, that means it's down at the post. It got kicked back, or we're working it out. But I will say this though. Last year, I went ahead and pretty much wrote everybody's bylaws for them throughout the whole state.
That's a lot of work.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know why I did it? It's because 5 years from now, when you got to make the change, I have the file and stuff like that. All we got to go no, it's done. You know what I mean? And it's not, and it's all standardized in the same. It was all standardized in the same format. Okay, but the dashboard, you got to go on the dashboard, especially if you're in a position of leadership in the district and in the post level, to see where your stuff is at. And if you don't see a date in there or something in those blocks, in one of those blocks, you need to let one of us know, because I may have overlooked it. Like I overlooked a post that turned it in July, stuff like that. I overlooked it. I am human.
Yep.
And for some reason, it didn't make it to the dashboard, but at the end of the day, we rectified it and gave the post a proper date that it was turned in, because that quartermaster did their due diligence and stuff like that. That was a hit on me, okay? But if there's any questions about the dashboard, I take emails, phone calls, text messages, whatever the case may be, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
here to
a
help.
great reference tool. I know
Yeah.
I used it a lot of times last year just to look to see
Well,
where we were at
sure.
with certain, things that we had to get done.
Yeah, you held my feet to the fire too.
Can, Forrest, can you get into the national dashboard?
Oh yeah, please.
I don't know if he can get into the national dashboard or not. And while he's looking for that, people are probably questioning why a lot of inspections are being done early, is because our state commander would like to get them done by October. And he understands if you can't do it, but that's the goal, okay? And that's why people are pushing to get a lot
Sure.
of inspections done.
Part of it too, Sheldon, was, what we wanted to do was, we already know that the inspections were done, right? Like in the spring, okay?
Yeah.
But we wanted to do is have it done in the beginning of the year. So this way, if there's any discrepancies or something like that,
Yeah.
before things start getting out of hand or like this, we could fix the discrepancies earlier in the year, rather than wait until the very end. Now, we had to have a sacrificial year. Okay, so this year was our sacrificial year. So
Yeah.
everybody that was inspected in the spring was like, okay, we're getting inspected
Inspected
again.
again.
But we needed to do it, so this way we reset the tone and reset the pace and stuff like that to the beginning of the year. So in order to be able to track the discrepancies and be able to fix them before the new commander takes over for the following year. I think what it came down to was an exchange relationship and stuff like that. So when Charlie hands it over to John. John already knows what the department was hit on and stuff like that, as far as the discrepancies, and then what we were actively working on, before he was assumed the role of state commander.
Instead of waiting till the last
Yeah,
minute.
exactly. Stop waiting till the last minute.
Yeah,
We want to be,
find out what's
the head of the
problems.
schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Before, and also too, like Jen did put out, and then she brought it to my attention and stuff like that. We have a couple of events that are coming up. Well, one of them is the School of Instruction. It is the 2025 Department of Connecticut Schools of Instruction. It is going to be held at VFW Post 511 in New Britain on September the 7th, Sunday, 10 a.m. sharp, okay? And we're going to be going over, we're going to do a virtual training for post commanders, adjutants, quartermasters, and VFW recruiters, programs reporting, membership, and they're also having a pig roast after the training.
The pig roast was great.
We did it last year. We had a great
last
turnout.
year,
Yeah,
yeah.
we
It was
had a
good
great
training.
turnout.
Yeah, it worked out nice.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of good training, a lot of good information being
Sure.
put out,
Sure.
and
Sure.
the more training, the better. So
I kept a lot of the information packets that you had handed out about things to keep track
Sure.
of
Sure.
throughout your year, and it was very helpful. So
Oh, yeah.
it was good training.
A lot of people there.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you that people wanted to be, and I have a feeling that when we did that, all that training, I noticed that there's an uptick in the forms were coming in on time. They were coming in better, with better
Yeah.
quality. People were reporting, people were reporting, on the dashboard
Yeah.
accordingly, and people understood what VMS was, what it was for, why they sent $125 at national,
Yep.
Buddy Poppies, how to navigate the system. It was an all-out win, and whatnot. So, yep.
Yeah.
Commander's testimonials coming, October the 5th. You can get your tickets online now.
Where are they having that? The AquaTurf this
The
year?
AquaTurf.
Yeah, that's what I remember saying. Is
Yep, it's the AquaTurf. Yes, unfortunately, I will not be there.
Oh.
I'll be in Kansas City getting my Learn game on. Yep,
you
it's true.
want to talk about, I promised Commander Di Federico that we'll talk about the tax-free for disabled
Yes, I'll
vets.
talk about that. Okay. All right. So there's just been this debacle about the tax write-off for the state of Connecticut for 100% permanent and total veterans. Okay. The language was cleared up. It's 100% permanent and total, meaning that you are 100% permanently and totally found disabled from the Department of Veteran Affairs.
Yeah.
Okay, that does not mean unemployable eligibility. Okay, what that means is you're 100% permanent and total, not IU. Okay, which everybody knows what IU is. If you don't know, it's individual unemployability. All right, that's when you get the write-off. Okay, now the lawmaking. Now it comes down to this: the municipalities could give you a full waiver of the property taxes, meaning they'll do the property too. But it's up to the municipality. Okay, so that was one of the things that Richie was pinging on, because that's that's been a hot topic for quite a while. Was that the VA veteran write-off for the house, but the dwelling is where it gets taken off the dwelling. I'm pretty sure that every town is going to follow suit and do the bare minimum on that. Was the dwelling, so which that's honestly, if you think about it, that's a huge tax write-off as it is.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure that people that we just got done with the tax year, so July 2025, you may see a significant decrease in the amount of property taxes that you're paying out. Yep.
Oh, good, thank you.
Yep.
I guess real quick, because we only got a few more minutes left. Membership, real fast with membership. We're all coming down with the Buddy Poppy drives. We're going to be going out to the fairs. These are the times to actually meet people. Okay, we got to stop thinking maybe not so much as a Buddy Poppy drive, but a membership drive, because this is the one time when actual potential members come to us because they see our booth. They got their hats on and they come to talk to us about, I was in Korea, or my father was in Korea, Vietnam, or, we can get them an auxiliary. But they come to us because they see our booth and they want to talk to us. And this is when we get a chance to say, hey, why don't you join the VFW, and tell them what we offer. So when we're out there giving out poppies, we should be paying attention and not just listening to their stories, but trying to get them to join. Everybody should have their membership applications, those kind of things, and just pass them around. It's a big help, and hopefully we'll get some more members, especially at this next drive. And I don't know what else, guys, anything you wanted to talk about besides that? And real quick, I think I got 3 minutes left. So anybody who is putting in for a VA compensation or have a claim, and I downloaded an app on my phone from the VA, and man, it's a great app. It tells you exactly where your claim is, what status it is, what are they looking for, and I suggest everybody does that. All right, so it's great. And really, one more thing, this is on a personal note, I'll take it over. This is a personal note. So June 13th, the Friday of the convention, my father passed away. He passed away sometime in the afternoon. So I came to the session, the morning session, and he passed away, and I had to run to the Bronx, New York, where he passed away. Since then, for the past 2 months, I've been trying to look for DD-214s, insurance papers, what bills he pays, pension numbers, and everything like that. While you guys are healthy, all ladies, and you do everything, put a file together now. Put a file together, your DD-214 in a file, your insurance information in a file, telephone numbers where your family can call whoever you're getting your pensions from, what bills you pay, who does your income taxes. I had a tough time with that one. Make it easy for them. I mean, we do so much for our family and we don't tell them what we're doing because it's like automatic, and they don't know what the hell's going on after we pass away. My wife does all the stuff in the house, and I can't find nothing when she goes away. All right? So when I die, she can't find none of my paperwork. Now after my father passed away, I realized I better get my papers together for her. Yeah. So I got my DD-214 insurance and everything else for them to make it easy for them. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah. And I guess with that, I just want to say thank you again for watching us. And thank you, Jennifer. Put out some good information. Maybe we'll come back October, right? October is when our deadline, October 31st. Yeah. So maybe we'll put another one out in October just as a refresher. Because now you're going to have applications.
Yeah, and we can actually walk through more processes.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking too.
And remember these forms have been in the mailing for the last few months.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So pay attention because they're in the mailing for a reason.
Yeah. And so I guess
this is where we say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Thank you and be safe.
All right now.
Thank you.